Good evening, honored guests. My name is Adonis Rubio, and I am currently a junior attending Wilson High School here in Long Beach. Apart from focusing on my schoolwork, I have dedicated a lot of my time to the California Conference for Equality and Justice by volunteering as a youth leader at their Building Bridges camp, as a member of their youth council, and as a representative on their Building Bridges Advisory Committee. Being a part of CCEJ has taught me so much in terms of understanding how to effectively communicate with youth who are hurt by discrimination and oppression, and help them to care for themselves and others when advocating for social justice. It has simply taught me what issues need to be addressed in our community to better the welfare of others. Tonight, we are here to recognize humanitarians, to recognize what it means to be a humanitarian. But if we dig a little deeper, we come to realize that what we are truly commemorating tonight are opportunities and the decisions that others have made in the face of the opportunities in their life. Tonight, I am here to introduce and recognize one man in particular who has truly changed my outlook on humanitarian efforts and who has taught me to reflect on what I have done with CCEJ and plan for what else I can do for the community. When I first met Terry, I was caught off guard. He was so full of energy and so passionate. In fact, I remember the first words that he said to me were, "I'm gonna make you a rock star." All I could do was laugh. Here I was, tasked with introducing this man and making him the rock star. And yet he was the one who wanted to make me the rock star. Terry saw this as an opportunity, but instead of it being an opportunity for him, Terry was making it an opportunity for me. I instantly knew that Terry was the definition of a humanitarian. Terry is a remarkable man. After he graduated with his bachelor's degree from the University of Illinois, Terry went on to serve his nation in the U.S. Navy, where he traveled from place to place in the Pacific Ocean. After serving and defending his country, Terry went on to work for IBM in Hawaii, serving as their military intelligence manager and as a commanding officer of a U.S. Naval Reserve unit. With these two unexpected experiences, Terry developed a strong background and skill set in professional management and leadership. Despite these achievements, tonight we are here to celebrate those who have transformed their opportunities into opportunities for others. And that is exactly what Terry has done. Terry used the service and loyalty that he developed through the Navy and his experience at IBM to create new initiatives in his community and abroad that would offer opportunities for others. Through the numerous connections that he has made, Terry became a leader in the Long Beach community through his positions on the Goodwill Long Beach South Bay President's Advisory Committee, the St. Mary's Medical Center Hospital Board, and the Apartment Association California of Southern Cities. But Terry did not simply fill new positions on these boards. He used these opportunities to give back to the larger community and support the people through his own projects. Some of his more notable works include the Jonas Project, a program that is geared towards helping veteran entrepreneurs become high-impact business leaders. The Rotary International, where he has led and facilitated trips to rural countries to provide medical and educational aid, and most importantly, his position at the American Gold Star Manor in Long Beach. Since he has taken on the position of CEO, Terry has transformed the services that the American Gold Star Manor has provided. Terry runs his facility to create a home for women who have lost their sons or daughters in the U.S. military, for U.S. veterans, and for other eligible seniors. Along with the support from his loving wife, Nancy, and his amazing children, Terry has become an outstanding leader in the community. who has taken the opportunities that were thrust upon him and transformed them into opportunities for others in which he could care and guide for the people in his community. In fact, Terry will be honored next month by the California State Assembly as the 70th District Veteran of the Year because of the help and support he has given to the veterans in his community. To me, Terry is the ultimate rock star. After reflecting on the work that Terry has done and the service that he has given to his community, I have looked back at the opportunities I have been given. Volunteering with CCEJ has truly been a gift, and I have been blessed enough to take advantage of this opportunity and learn so much about the different types of oppression and social injustices that are considered the norm. But Terry has proven to me that there is so much more than educating others about these injustices. He has proven that to be a person who has been given so many opportunities is great. But to be an individual who creates opportunities for others is outstanding. And because of this, Terry has shaped a new path and goal for me in life: to give back to my community by offering opportunities for those who feel as if there is no other place for them to go. To give opportunities to those who want to care for themselves and others. To give opportunities to truly begin making a difference for our community, both at the school level and on the city level. And now, I would like to introduce you to the man of opportunities, a man worthy of being called a humanitarian, and my good friend, Terry Geiling.
Talk about rock stars. Adonis is a leader in his own right. And you all should know, at the top of his class in academics, giving back to the community, giving back to his church, providing leadership to CCEJ that's building bridges, that's a rock star right there. Our community is in good hands with people like this. Thank you. Okay. Adonis mentioned caring and giving. Long Beach is probably the most caring place in which I've ever lived, and certainly CCEJ is one of the most giving of all of the organizations in our community. But I do want to talk about one other person. Not too long ago, we lost a very good friend, a friend who quietly and privately set the new bar for caring and giving, and shared with so many other people, and that was my good friend Henry Meyer. Henry generously gave of his time, his talent, and all of his treasure. But Henry also had a sense of humor. And some of you in the room may remember, not too many years ago, Henry joined in with the Rotary to do a skit. And the skit was based on the old TV program, A Dating Game. Yeah, you're right. He was one of the dates in drag. If you've never seen Fraulein Meyer in her fancy dress, it was very interesting. He also shared his wit. Henry was a very, very clever guy. And one year, Christmas time, we invited Jane and Henry and John and Nancy Higginson to our home for Christmas dinner. And it was really great because he got a chance to have a multicultural event. And so we put on the funny hats and had a couple glasses of wine and had a good time. And it's our custom to go around the table for a Christmas like that. And each of the guests would give a toast in a different language. So as you might expect, there were a couple of Feliz Navidades, there was Meli Kalikimaka, there was Joyeux Noel, until we came to Henry. We got to the end of the table, we came to Henry, and he looked up at the ceiling, and he looked up the ceiling, and finally he says, "Oy vey, I must be getting old. I cannot remember how to say Merry Christmas in Hebrew." Henry had a hard life growing up. Imagine a young boy in Berlin in the 30s. Not good. It was a Berlin of hate and intolerance, and the whole family had to escape halfway around the world to get out from under all of that injustice. But Henry grew up, and Henry did come back to the United States and wrote a book about his whole life. And Henry came back, though, to a community that was also full of bigotry and discrimination. But Henry rose above all of that. Henry worked very hard at building his career. Henry worked very hard at fighting all of this discrimination and hate. And by building the bridges that were necessary, he was very successful at both of those. In his later years, Henry became more and more bedridden. So on Sunday afternoons, I'd ride my bike over to the house with a little container of homemade chicken soup. And Henry and I would sit, and while he was sipping his penicillin, we would talk about life, about his life and his life's work. And over time, because we came from somewhat different cultures, I would walk in and Henry would say, "Shalom, Terry." And I'd respond, "Aloha, Henry." But over time, we kind of mushed those two together and created our greeting for both coming and going, Shaloha. Shaloha became the password. Henry set the standard for caring and giving. So for Henry and everything that he gave back to our community, Shaloha. To CCEJ and for this great honor, I say mahalo. And to all of you who shared with us this evening, Shaloha.